Hey everyone, Andang here for the Banner Saga 2. It's finally that time for some more Banner Saga. It has been well over a year, I think even well over 2 years since we played through the original game, so it's more than overdue for us to be returning to the Banner Saga. So let's go ahead and get into the recap since it's been such a long time and learn what we missed, or what you might have missed if you didn't see the previous series.
When the sun stopped in the sky, life continued as normal. Then the stone-armored dredge reappeared, ancient foes from the far northern reaches, and the world was thrown into chaos. Giant Varl defenders were slaughtered, their strongholds destroyed. Now Hakon is the Varl king and protects who is left of his race. Rook, a humble hunter and father of Alet, found himself leading frightened clansmen towards safety. His caravan crossed paths with Juno and Eyvind, two of the mysterious spellweavers known as Menders, who know something about the massive, mountain-breaking serpent on the loose. In Borsgard, a town under the protection of the mercenary leader BERSERK, both Varl and human stood against a dredge general, the immortal Sunder, known as Bellower. Juno devised a way to stop Bellower, but it cost the life of one held dear.
Man, that was such an emotional ending.
The saga continues.
Alright, I'm so excited. Ars Video, welcome to the chat. Captain Snake Eye, welcome to the chat. Larry, welcome to the chat. Nice to have all of you here. And yes, this is an animated, like, rotoscope type game. And it's so good. It's so good. I can't wait to get right into it. So let's go ahead and do just that. Import our saved game. Let's get this thing started.
Tíminn líður áfram, eins og straumþung á sem fleytir okkur áfram. Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so,
Man.
I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sunder known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking.
Oh, dang.
We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberain, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dredge, assaulting another hopeless village.
Oh, dang. Here we go. Excited about this. Move away from those glowing rocks. This one's mine. Oh, dang. You don't mess around with those glowing rocks. I forgot about that from the first game. No. No. To the depths with you. Hey, I got a promotion. Oh, man. Hey, there's Rook. He's not messing around. Keep killing them. Dang it, Rook. Quit running ahead. Drag around the screen to see the surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your heroes are blue, the enemy red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows that you've already learned this before. Some heroes move tiles, fill more tiles than others. Yes, the bar will take up 4 tiles while humans fill a single tile. Alright. We're good to target. We're good to take on strength and armor. For those of you that didn't see the first game or just forgot, every unit has basically armor and strength. The more strength they have, the more damage they can do against you. The more armor they have, the less damage you can do to them. So it's dependent on, what you're looking to do. Once they run out of strength, game over. Each time you kill, one down grows. Good deal, good deal. Love this game. Alright. Willpower to move, so we're gonna waste willpower and move over here. Not really a waste. I'm going to use it. Yes, just let me play the game. Use our special ability. And now it's time to pillage the village. Did that say -10? I think Hakon's right now at -10 or something ridiculous like that. Alright, yes, willpower to take them on. Good deal. Not finished. Man, Rook is out for blood after he lost his daughter last game. Jeez. I mean, I would be too, probably. Oh man. What are you doing, Rook? Right, how can we move to get the least amount of them? If we moved over here, this guy goes... Let's see, it's this guy and that guy. So what we're gonna do is move over here so he'll have to go around. Like this guy's armor. Jeez. Alright, now we can move again. Just move to there. Uh-huh. 80% chance. Oh dang, this is gonna be it. Oh man. A final blow directed at your head is deflected, and giant horns slam into the dredge surrounding you. Ivor pulls you to your feet and away from combat as other fighters from your caravan rush in to finish off the enemy. Fringe Peter, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Ivor moves you past the crowd of worried villagers, ensuring you can stand on your own. I don't know what you were. He stops speaking as the village chieftain approaches. A Var leader saving a human village from those things. Legends are made of much less. No Var leader, just Ivor. Those things were dredge, like the stories you probably heard as a kid. And it was Rook here who ordered us to stop. Forgive me. Maybe it's this never-setting sun, or dredge, or the deaths of so many of my clansmen. I'm not myself. The man's eyes appraise you, and he quickly nods. Prince Fear says, "Hey, Andang. I'm happy I was finally able to catch another stream. I keep missing the last few. My apologies. Hey, no worries, man. I'm Aleo, the Scald. Were you trying to drive the dredge all the way back to the north by yourself? I wouldn't stop there. We should get ready to leave. Just remain silent. The Scald looks back and forth between you and Ivor, unsure how to proceed. So, Ivor, we heard rumors about the Sunder, Bellower, sacking Borsgard. More than a rumor, but he's been dealt with. By your clan? Your Sunder's slayers? The term makes Ivor wince and ends Aleo's excitement. But what about the deep shaking in the ground? Only yesterday we felt a rumble like none before. You think we have all the answers? Could be the giant serpent. We're gonna just keep saying nothing. Ivor looks at you expectantly, then sighs. All these questions. I'm being rude. Please join us. Let us feast in your honor. No time for that. We should be going. Nonsense. You've just arrived and defended us. Don't insult us by leaving before we thank you properly. I meant, all of us should be going. Your people too. Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. We never should have stopped. Don't be stupid, more dredge are coming. We never should have stopped. Aleo looks stunned by your words. No, I'm thankful. It's just... The Scald looks around at the small huts of his village. Borsgard is the only other place I've seen in my life. This small village is all my family knows. Are things really as tragic as you're making them sound? Probably worse. Yes, I miss Ivor. I miss Ivor so much. Aleo looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ship soon. Aleo heads off into the village to organize supplies. The world is breaking. Dredge mothers fighting alongside warriors. A giant serpent. Not sure what to make of it all. Ivor, one of the giants known as Varl, has fought Dredge in the northern winters, personally killed the Sunder Rays, and lost an arm to the Sunder Bellower. He has been by your side through everything, including the death of your daughter. Now you feel the weight of his full attention. What you pulled out there, fighting the dredge alone, was that tied to a let it all? They don't pay for talking. They'll pay for taking her from me. I thought he was going to say something totally different. Don't mention her name. I'm trying my best to hold it all together. Keep holding it all in and you'll lose it when these people need you most. Alette was my reason for living after Aldous died. I remember. But make this caravan your reason now. There's still plenty for you to do. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Well, that's dangerous. Oh, man. The Banner Saga 2. Here we go! Excited! Oh, there's like fog covering up the border. Man, I don't think anything's gonna get any better in this whole series. Oh, jeez. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Ubin, the old Varl. Oh. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Ubin, the old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says, "Since Borsgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination." Where can I find the merchants? What kind of supplies? I think we already know about all that. Thanks, Ubin. "Of course," he says. "Oh, I almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens. The mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with their leader, BERSERK. But be careful. He's not like other Val." This medallion gives you information about your caravan, including population, supplies, renown, and the other numbers. Banner indicates how many supplies you got. You can acquire additional supplies from the market. You need 8 supplies per day to survive. Alright, it wants us to purchase 15 more supplies. Good deal. Markets also have items available. Good deal. Knockback strength, never detected. Mariners of old would use the stones to find the location of the sun, even when there was none. Not many know exactly how. Oh, never deflected. Dang, that'd be pretty good. Cursed Fang said to itself, to fill itself with the blood of its enemies? Jeez. Plus 3 will per kill. Oh my gosh. That's intense. The year of an ancient horseborn? Plus 2 will, talent, strength, and will. The stamp symbolizing a chieftain's will. It's 3 will per kill. That's pretty good. I think we'll hold off for now, though. Normal morale. Let's talk to these guys and then we'll rest. The Varl mercenary leader, BERSERK, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweaving Menders Council. BERSERK looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. "There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borsgard." "Get this one to do it." "Get me to do what?" If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. "Rook is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do." "He won't be seeing to anything much longer if he keeps fighting like he did earlier." "Again, what other task are you talking about?" "That determination will see these people safely to Alberang. But with respect, our discussion stays between us for now." Her look at BERSERK says she expects him to keep it private. "Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hakon at the dock when you're ready." Juno leaves without another word. "Fane Valka. One of these days, Klon Fang will get it thirsty for Spellweaver blood." Klon Fang. "His axes." The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use. But it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. How long are you going to let Juno tell you what to do? You avoid his gloating. Only to Alvarang. Then it's King Mynolf's job. He's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he'd ever saw a dredge. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. Haven't we met? I'm Folka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverick gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I heard there's a problem I should know about. Do you have a better idea than Alvarang? Yeah, make a new plan. You think some walls and a king are going to save you? Bolverick snorts and turns his attention to a large, sealed cart behind him. His bare, cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. Oh, dang. Alright, well, it's super warm in this room, so I'm gonna go turn down the air real quick. I will be right back, everybody. Alright, and real quick, I did want to thank the recent followers and subscribers we've had since last time. Let's see, Mary Rose, thank you so much. Sapiens, thank you so much for the follow, really do appreciate it. Howard, thank you so much for this sub, really do appreciate it. Blue Ariel, thank you so much for the follow. Man, there are a lot of them. Drawla2K, thank you for the follow. Whole bunch since last time. We just streamed yesterday, but we got like, what, 8 new followers and subscribers? Karanglamel? Karanglamel. And Cracknot, thank you so much. Oddleaf, your former chieftain's widow, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. I doubt you're here to explain your actions with the dredge. Oh man. She knows. She knows. How crazy. Do I need to? It was nothing. I just miss a let. I can only imagine. She watches you in silence, not pressing you to continue. Eventually, she changes the subject. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food while we travel, but we could always use more fighters. But training them takes time. I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. Then you'll just have to find a balance that works. We're okay for now, but who knows how our needs will change. I see. Thanks. You turn to leave, but Oddleaf places a hand on your shoulder. We should talk, Rook, at some point. Talk about what? You! Not you, the leader, but the man I knew from Skoger. She gives you a faint smile and returns to her fletching. Alright, let's rest to improve morale. There we go. Causes +1 willpower bonus in battle. Good deal. Let's rest one more day. There we go. Great morale. Now we can leave. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakon, a warrior recently acknowledged as King of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring. We both made harder decisions. I'm just as lost as you are at this. You seem to be handling it just fine. We both made harder decisions. True, Hakon says, but usually I'm following orders and only thinking about where to swing my axe. Now every decision affects the next. He pauses, then laughs deeply. Vognir, my last kinder, would have given me grief about thinking at all. A dark mood washes over him. His death remains a mystery, but I'll figure it out. Let's sail. But I'll figure it out. Let's sail. Yeah, this is random. Alright, so let's go. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships, built of scrap wood, scavenged in Borsgard. The ravens find space around a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. Here we go, Viking Oregon Trail, starting right now. Aleo looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we're all built for aquatic voyages, he says. And I hear Arborang is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours rest on solid ground. The hopeful looks from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Aleo asks. Arborang's walls have never been breached. The Valka, Juno, says the Menders there can protect us. It's the furthest place from the dredge. Let's go with number 2. Menders. The Skald's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more substantial. He realizes Eyvind and Juno can hear him. I thank you for healing my people, but we're talking about an army of dredge. The Valka and her apprentice share a smile, but say nothing. Dredge, Aleo says, almost in awe. Man and Varl's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real. And here. How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varl is met with both anger and shame. The longship rocks gently, and the Skald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon. We'd outpace the dredge and be on the sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as he thanks when he steps back onto land. As his thanks when he steps back onto land. Alright. We read it. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan, and using the mouse wheel to zoom. Go figure. What sea was he talking about? The Greywater Sea, the Gruen Sea. Lots of seas around here. Strait of Harrows. Dunder's beard. The hammer. Man, Dunder's got a hammer right in his beard. That's cool. I think that's the sea they were talking about. Anyway. An aging and senile mess of a city that can't remember whether it wants to sell you something or steal everything you've got. Oh man. Storm led some of the men east, one of the most important places they settled. We're trying to go all the way to Arborang. In the first game, we started up like in this area and made our way all the way around to here. And now we gotta go all the way to here. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arborang is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by weaving power of the Menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. Explore the map any time by clicking on locations for more information. Good deal. Can we leave? Here we go. You can return to the map at any time during travel by pressing this button. Yes, yes, yes. Morale, la da da. And we can make camp. We're almost through this tutorial. A strangely familiar man with a spear and tattoos beckons to you. His movements are somewhat odd, almost comical. You wouldn't be confused by Trogviv's presence if you'd supported this journey long ago. What? The man's eyes gaze over for a moment before clearing. He now acts like your old friends. I've lost it. Lost what? My desire to keep going. Same as you. So you're staying here? And die here? No! I just need to find it. My desire. I may have placed it in the sky, and the sun is staying put to hide it. That makes no sense. Jeffrey leans in close to you, as if to whisper a secret. Does any of this really make sense? Trogvi starts laughing. It's disturbing, and as you walk away, you hear him singing. Yellow and blue will lie to you, lie to you, lie to you. When a day passes in camp, your caravan can click rest tent now. Ta-da! Ekil. Long time since we've seen Echo. Oh, we can promote Rook now? Yeah, let's promote Rook. The peal of Rook's war horn rallies heroes and calls them to pillage. During pillage, there are no more guaranteed... Guess it's the only one. Alright, we'll choose it. Plus 10% crit chance. 20% to resist strength damage. Let's get that crit chance going. Dodge or do a lucky shot. 30% bonus hit chance. That sounds pretty good too. I think we'll go for that though. Alright, that's enough for now. And promote again. For another 15, jeez. Alright, we're not going to do that for now. Man, it has been a long time since we played. Forgot we had all these guys. I remember now, we had him, then him, then him. We don't need you. Who else? We would have had Alette, but she's not here anymore. So I guess we'll do that. Oh, we don't have Hack on. Here we go. Shouted orders turn several ships towards the bank. You have no choice but to call all other vessels to halt as well. By the time you land, a crowd has gathered by the water. A man in fine clothes and missing a hand stands in the center of the others. He smirks as you approach. And there he is. The feigned, self-proclaimed ruler of us all. Are you the reason for this delay? I don't answer questions from backwater scum, no matter how high they've risen in the pond. Now stop asking, get back on the boats. You don't know who you're talking to, do you? Rook, you might not remember when we first arrived in Borsgard, but I went with Bolvik to speak with the governor. What's your point? Well, this is Rugga, the governor. Luden, the entitled Prince of Aberang, who joined you in Arnartoff, steps forward from the gathering crowd. What is up with this guy? Oh, man. Got a baby over there? Crazy. The former governor of what was Borsgard, actually. Careful, Prince. Rivers are dangerous, especially this far from your papa's side. The threat causes a few gasps from the clansmen. Luden's bodyguard, the usual quiet Varl Bersi, growls, but is waved off by the young prince. The Minder and I were just discussing Rook's banner. It'll make a nice addition to Borsgard's. That's not going to happen. These aren't the rules of the woods anymore, Rook. You're among men now. Try to act like one. Oh, snap. That was a horrible... There we go. If anything, Rook's banner would join Arboreng's. Or are you claiming control of the entire kingdom too? I'm just trying to guide my vulnerable prince home with some dignity and proper leadership. But it was Rook who led the fight against the Bellower, while you hid in your great hall, Governor. Overseeing a besieged town isn't hiding, Minder, just as fighting in a battle isn't necessarily leading.
Yeah, but Rook kept us alive across the frozen wastes, he did,
Cries a man.
Saved us at Irontoft, too,
A woman adds. Others join in, listing your deeds and cheering your name. Then it is settled. No more delays. Rook is our official guide to Arboreng, but will consult with me on major decisions. Everyone just get back on the boats. Yes, return to the ships. The helmeted guard next to Rugga makes a gesture for only the governor to see. Rugga laughs as the crowd disperses. Prince, your guide has a lot to learn before Arboreng. Oh man, morale declined. We will keep on marching. Ahead, driftwood has collected, creating an impressive barrier for the longships. Alternatively, going ashore has its own risks, from whatever might be lurking in the trees. Bank the ships and set all axemen to chopping. Prepare for fordage will carry the ships around. The ships groan as they're hoisted onto shoulders and marched across land. Navigating through the riverside brush takes time, but everyone pulls through unscathed. As the ships push off once again, dredge appear on the bank, a silent reminder of their constant threat. The axemen and Varl pull away from their task to join the fight. Several die in the extended battle, as blunted axes fail to kill swiftly. Eventually, the dredge retreat, and the river is cleared. Man, we lost fighters and clansmen. We might make it downriver to the capital without any more trouble. You look at Ivor, surprised by his optimism. And I might sprout wings and start flying. Would that make up for your missing arm? Hey, I get to make jokes about losing my arm, not you. I suppose that's fair. So what are you worried about now? I think you should make use of this trainer and his tent that we have hauled around everywhere. You've led fighters in battle before, but there's always more to learn. So let's bank the ships and challenge your skills a bit. Alright, here we go. We're still in tutorial mode in the game, it seems. That's fine. Yes, the training tent. You watch for a moment as Ivan, Juno's apprentice and the mender found nearly dead at Ridgehorn, moves his staff in a complex pattern, repairing some armor. Not a bad festival trick, right? I've seen worse. And I've seen better, like yours back in Borsgard, with stopping Bellower. Actually, I don't want to talk about that. That's fair. But let me say one thing. What you're doing, leading these people to safety, it's really all that matters. Yeah, I keep hearing that. None of us knows what's coming. These people are the only ones we know we can save right now. It's that simple. Ivan picks up the repaired armor, hitting it with his staff to test it. I'd better check on the fighters who were... on the fighter who was wearing this. Alright, let's go train. Well, come on in and let's have a look at you, Sven, the trainer says. Sven's seen better days. After a quick assessment, he says, "Yep, looks like you could stand to learn a few things. I've got 5 challenges for you, and if you can finish them all before we get to Arvarang, well, I'll let everyone know you've impressed me." Sven's laughter is full of phlegm. Let's start with a few of the basics. You think about what he's saying. Feel up to the challenge? Let's begin. Here we go. Training lesson number 1. Form a shield wall. Kill an enemy using puncture. Use heavy impact to damage 3 enemies at once. To kill an enemy using puncture. Where's puncture? Ah, you're archer. Goodbye. What? Good deal. Impact to damage 3 enemies at once. I don't think we're gonna get these other ones. So I don't know if that means we just don't win. I don't know. Apparently we did kill an enemy using puncture. So it has like different names for stuff. That's weird. Goodbye, armor. Great, we failed. See, this is the annoying stuff when it makes you do stuff. Alright, we're gonna train again. And again, and again, until we get it. Here we go. We're gonna get this challenge. This is the time. Goodbye. Here we go. Can never have enough training. Apparently not. Here we go. Did we not just kill an amazing? Oh, just if your archer is stationary and the enemy's armor is damaged, just kill him. Well, that makes it a whole lot easier. This is the one that's gonna be horrible. We have to have them all like super low. There we go. Now we just have to keep these three alive long enough to be able to take them all down. I think we totally mess this up again. So we just have to damage 3 enemies at once. We don't have to kill them. I just realized. So we messed up. We really messed up on that one. Alright, we're going to get this. And if we don't on this time, then we're just going to move on. Yes, yes. What can you show me? Ready. Alright, so we have to kill somebody with the archer. Damage 3 enemies with this guy by having adjacent enemies. That's actually easier than it seems, I think. You just have to line them up. Line them up. There we go. If we attack this guy, it would only damage 1, I think. I don't know, let's try it. Other guy didn't get damaged. There's only 3 guys left. They all have to be lined up, basically. This has to work, right? Oh, we were so close. Why is this so hard? Come on. I think we got it. I think we just have to attack here. We did it! Oh, thank goodness we did it. Hey, 12 are down. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's do training again. Here we go. Different challenge. Use Mark of Prey to have 4 allies strike an enemy. Position your allies around the target so that 4 or more of them can strike when Rook uses Mark of Prey. Remember that archers can attack from range, and that lances can use their spear from 2 tiles away. Where's the ring? Where's the wizard? Right? We should have looked at the order. I don't think this one will be too hard, we just have to figure it out. Yeah. I think we can use Mark of Prey on this guy. There we go. Are you kidding me? You have to be 1 away? Well, we messed that up. Right now, I pray you will use the whole thing. I don't think we got it. Well, there's still more of them. This should work this time, I think. The problem is if people do too much damage against a single enemy, then We did it. Damage doesn't matter. Man, I've been using Mark of Prey that wrong the whole time, basically. Well, I'm glad we're going through this training. We can learn how to use things. Just free renown here, jeez. What can you show me? Although lesson soak in a while longer. Alright, so we can't do it all. Just want to spar. Let's spar a little bit. I only promote before real battles, I feel like. That's best. So let's go. We got a good group here. Alright, this is an interesting load up. Yes, yes, yes. Da da da. Da da da. Head and attack, you'll do like no damage, dude. Alright. Goodbye. Not that he really needs our help, but we'll go ahead and give it. There we go, got that armor restored. I have not seen. Keep your will strong, alright. Ogre doesn't mess around. Did I say Ogre? I meant Ivan. Oh, you don't mess with Hakon either. Hit them hard enough and their friends will feel it, just like in Lotro. Yeah, we really didn't need that, but hey, now we don't have to use any willpower. We can just take them on. Man, we really are like the shield, the ranged anti-shield king now. Not really a good lineup anywhere. We'll just mend. Oh yeah. Go there. And just lay waste. There we go. Oh man. Everybody's positioned to be over here. You're good at taking down shields. Let's do that. Here we go. Major hit. you go. Got that eagle hit. Jeez. Alright. Let's go for it. Dodged. Yeah. There we go. Take him on. Awesome. Just 4 to go. Oh, we should use one of these. We got a full thing. Awesome, I love that skill. Here we go. Oh man, you got no armor. I forgot to use that again. Goodbye. Alright, we need to go over here. We didn't really need to go over there. We're going to mend you. I'm not sure if we really need the mender. I used to feel like, yeah, we absolutely need him. Goodbye. Take you down, and then it's time to pillage the village. Crit. Here we go. I'm fine. Bang my shield. You're not fine. Alright. Good deal, good deal. Intense Viking trading. Okay. I think it's definitely time to leave. You look at all the food freshly placed on the supply carts. What's this all about? You ask. What's this all about? You ask Oddleaf. The clansmen are trying to help us as much as possible. Now, she says, whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries or fish and hunt. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can help keep us alive by keeping us fed. Alright, yeah, I could have told you that. Don't know how you're foraging in the moving ship, though. But sure. A desperate-looking lot of adults and a Varl stand on the shoreline, waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with Ivor. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Ignore them. Eyes ahead, you say, as the rowers continue without pause. You feel the quiet stares from the shoreline, but move on. That's right, we move on. We're not stopping for no yahoos. We got a city to get to. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning over the sides to touch the water. Some Varl and clansmen look annoyed. Move families to specific longships. Or the longships alongside each other before revealing your plan. Some are shocked and you reluctantly follow, while others agree with your decision. The rearrangement takes more time than you expected, but the vessels are soon moving again, with children only climbing over those with children of their own. Oh, dang.
It's the best we could have done.
Continuing on our adventure. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerns.
You're close enough to make out a large shape.
No, you're close enough to make out a large shape and what looks like fur or hair in the net. Keep watching as the man hauls it out. Bear cub! Shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ship like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine makes eyes go wide. You notice BERSERK at the bow of the ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Oh, jeez. This could have gone better, but that is the way with the Banner Saga, I suppose. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention, and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood were floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you, and he slowly shakes his head. They might resupply us for our trouble. Ivor cocks an eyebrow. And who will resupply them when they realize the trade routes are blocked by dredge? You give him a look and wave the ships to shore. When the ships land, you and a few others rush toward the smoke. But the closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sound of battle or people panicking to put out fires. Keep going, BERSERK growls. We'll see what the dead are carrying. The Varl's comment defies tradition, but so do many things about him. Push on to the village. A barn is the only thing burning. No one is around. Unusual, Oddleaf says. Some kind of trick? Feels that way, let's get back to the ship. Not sure, let's look for supplies while we're here. The village is stripped of anything useful. Those around you are frustrated by the wasted effort. After a slow trudge back to the others, Rugus stands aboard a ship, shaking his head. Some thieving bandits ambushed us and took off in a supply ship while you were on your do-good mission, he says. We'll be even more crowded now. Glad you're at the helm. Great. Yeah, Clearly just a farm smoking there. A large clump of hazelnut trees look like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a varl on the edge of the clearing, silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods, the varl whispers. The varl's whisper is loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the varl before slowly backing up. Kill it before it alerts the other dredge. Your arrow wedges in between 2 plates of stone armor, and the dredge cries out in a strange warble. It runs, eluding your second shot before disappearing in the trees. The varl, who made no move to chase the dredge, says, "We'd better get everyone to stop looking for food and head back to the boats." He sounds vaguely irritated. Everyone watches the shoreline in silence, but no sign of a dredge force is spotted. Some complain about running from a single dredge, but most just stay quiet and vigilant.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Aselai's godstone almost looks lonely.
Dang. Have to stop at every single one of these. She's even more beautiful than the songs say. Dang. The clansmen and varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Bulwark and his ravens, Aleo says. They looked rather upset by my music and all the singing. He shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer. Let me introduce you to Alessi, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over a small etching in the stone. Inscriptions from all those who were lost, but found a way home, back home, with her help. Search around the stone for anything of value. You spend a fair amount of time looking at all the baubles left by the visitors. Nothing strikes you as valuable. As you return to pitch camp, Aleo pulls you aside. We have our strengths, and mine is in stories that may very well benefit us all in these troubling times, he says. They're at least worth a listen. He doesn't sound upset. It's a simple request. First of all, let's rest a day. Or 2. The 2 varl look deep in conversation, but Ivar catches your eye and waves you over. So, they've all armed themselves and are running from something, but what? Hakon's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. Has anyone ever talked to the dredge? What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Yngvar probably told you we never got close to pushing them back to the depths they call home. Actually, Ivar never said much about the past. Oh. Ivar says nothing, just holds Hakon's stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in your short lifetime. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere. Like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they've learned to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. I'll leave you two to figure out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. I'm bothered more by your decision to destroy Iron Toff's bridge. Let it go, Hakon. It was the best decision at the time. To collapse a bridge that cost thousands of our lives to build? If it weren't for you dang horns, Yngvar, I'd swear you were an overgrown human. The two giants begin trading insults, and you step away, letting them vent. Okay. Time to train again? Okay, so we're training people. Let's see, we have like no fighters. You know what? 100 is fine. Yeah, make it happen, man. Okay, let's go. Shouts from one of the rear longships grab everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty, and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank, and all other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. Bank for repairs, have aboard the other ships, dump supplies, make room for the longships. Ask shipwrights for advice. You know what? Bank for repairs. Ropes are thrown to those aboard the sinking longship, and it's hauled towards the bank. A few dredge appear, but keep their distance. Their glowing eyes and strange hums unnerve the caravan as workers make necessary repairs. Well, that could have certainly gone worse. Alright. But we're still in the early game. Here we go. Something major is about to happen, I feel like. The sheer cliffs and boulder-strewn waters of the southern bank dictate the longship's course. The drowning sounds of dredge ascend their quicker pace as they follow your ships along the northern bank. Dust and mist make it hard to see ahead. A hissing, rumbling noise grows all around. "Waterfall!" shouts the sharp-eyed Nid from the bow from the bow of her longship. Oars instantly reverse, and you nearly lose your balance. Oh, dang. That's not good. Here we go, everybody. The real test. The roar of approaching waterfall clouds your thoughts. The ships struggle, but their light weight makes them able to pull away from the river's deadly current. The thought of what more clansmen weighing down the ships would have done makes you shiver. The remaining ships' rowers pull hard, heading for the dredge-lined northern bank. In their haste, the vessels smash against sharp, split rocks as they push towards the shore. Some fighters are thrown from the boats, sinking in mud under the weight of their armor. We just got those guys. We had like 4 fighters before. Now we just lost more. Oh my goodness. The longships are too spread out to command a unified landing. Amid the chaos, you look at those nearby. Gris, a stout Varl warrior, and a few others like him look ready to rush the dredge. Bolverk and his company are close to you, hauling the sealed cart off the ship. You consider your options. We should use help from the Ravens. Gris make an opening in their ranks. You know what? I'm fine sending Gris in. Cover the battlefield with arrows. We'll do that. I'll do what I can, she says, grabbing a couple more quivers. Oddleaf nimbly climbs some rocks for a vantage point. Using the cover, she begins pinning down Dredge. Alright. Let's get this set up correctly. We want to start with Mogr. And then have Gunoff. And then Rook. We definitely want Hakon in there. +3 strength. +2 aggro. Extra crit chance. Good. Let's promote going off. Character uses experience in battle to command allies, moving next in line of initiative. Even harder than average war. Yeah, let's see that. Really don't need that. Let's just get more armor so you can stay alive longer. Could promote him again, but I don't really want to do that right now. Yeah, this guy definitely seems better. Definitely gonna promote you as well, give you extra strength. And extra shields, alright. Good deal, I think we're ready. For battle. Here we go. Perfume up here, but don't expect any miracles, okay. Hey, that's pretty cool. We didn't even bring her into battle. She's just covering for us. That's cool. And then the ravens are over there. Force them all over here. Here we go. Breaking up those shields. That's cool. Good deal, good deal. What's your flank? What is that? Jeez. Goodbye. Dang. You know what? Sure, we can fight him. Goodbye, buddy. Move over here. Oh, man. Okay. Kill that one. It might make the others run. Okay. What noise did it make? Goodbye. Let's go over here and take this one down now. Why can't she actually, like, you know, hit the target? Probably be too overpowered, I get it, but still, it'd be nice. Goodbye. There we go. Alright, he's just here for emotional support. There we go. Oh man. Heck, I'll be able to do that. Goodbye. Come on, step on it. Yes! We need to get this guy down. To size, there we go. I love how it when it... I don't know where they went. That's a good point, Rick. I love how when it knows the battle's almost over, the music just swells. Great job helping out, buddy. Oh, dang. Hey, there we go. Yeesh. Keep away from that slag, yeah, no kidding. Goodbye, armor. Here we go. Victory. Gunnulf did get injured. We got quite a bit of renown. Hakon works his way through frantic clansmen on his way to you. You made some tough calls on that river. If those ships had been loaded down with more people, no telling how many we'd lost. Thanks. Too bad the landing was so rough. Hakon squints into the distance. The next attack is coming, and this time, it'll come in force. Any chance of fighting through them? No. Not even before the losses we just took. What we can do... Best we can do is become a wall they get tired of punching. Juno and Ivan approach. There may be a way out of this situation. A gamble, to be sure. But we believe it is our only chance. Gods, it's bad when a Valka option is the only option. Worse than that, I can't promise everyone will make it. Juno gives Avon a look. Just tell me your plan. Avon sighs. With Juno's help, I think I can get us across the chasm, but it won't be easy. For me, or the caravan. I need to help Avon and calm these people, so they are ready to march when he is ready. You need to keep this area clear of dredge at all costs if they... The sound of a war horn cuts her off, and everyone turns to look. The dredge assault begins. Rook, Hakon, you know what to do. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemy's. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. Juno and Eyvind move to the cliff's edge. Hakon, surveying the battlefield, says, some supply barrels could make a few barricades for defenses. Otherwise, it'll be a straightforward assault. Assault the dredge without barricades. We can't afford to get rid of supplies. We have too many people already. We'll need those supplies, you say. The Vile King gives you a look that says, if we make it through this. Charge. You understand Hakon's reasoning, but sound the call to attack regardless. Yeah, he's injured, but he's still fine. He's fine. He's fine. 10% chance to cause puncture. +5 to avoid armor attack. Good deal, good deal. Good deal. Everybody can still be promoted. They're just all like our killing machine team. Alright. Good deal. Ready for battle. Hold them off. This will take time. Here we go. Let's do it. Taking him down. The man's calling for reinforcements. Luckily we set up Hakon. You better run. Again, just here for emotional support. Thank you. Oh, dang. Must keep the dredge away. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job so far. I thought anyway. There we go. Oh my gosh. Concentrate, Haven. You're doing it. That's pretty epic. Let's finish this guy off. And more dredge come in like crazy. Every one we take on, 2 more approach, it feels like. Goodbye. Not entirely, but he's injured. Act like normal. There we go. Goodbye. +2 renown, baby. And if it weren't for those glowing rocks. Do a stream of you fishing in Lotro? Maybe sometime. Dang. Almost, but we still need more time. Currently doing an hour fishing every day for Summerfest grind? Ugh. Sounds horrible. Goodbye. Firebarl so big. He's literally out of the fight for the rest of this time now. Alright. Or maybe not. Here we go. Finally getting a chance here, Ivor. Here we go. That should work. If we can clear the dredge, we can proceed. Here we go. Oh, we were close, we were close. %80 chance. Still failed. Goodbye, buddy. Time to pillage the village. Here we go. We did it! Renowned groves. Oh, we lost some people though. Wartime leadership plus 9 renown. Hakon injured. Plus 21 renown. Oh man. Juno walks on to the floating land, cradling a kid goat in one arm. She looks strained, but beckons to the families to follow. You shout for everyone to start moving, but the fighters and clansmen alike remain motionless. Large chunks of earth bobbling in midair like ships at sea, has everyone unsettled. Finally, Iver takes the reins of a yachts, loaded with a supply cart, and walks out onto the first floating stone. It supports the load without issue. We go this way, or the dredge kill us all. His words are punctuated by a slinger stones thudding into the ground only feet away. Men pick up their children and start running. The caravan animals squawk and bleat in the frenzy. Varl push through the crowd while others fight to follow in their wake. The frightened mob tramples a few and knocks a couple more from the ledge before everyone is strangely pacified. Even you feel a sense of calm settle your nerves. Dang. Here we go. Oh man, that's epic. The wounded and elderly struggle to make it onto the floating rocks, while fear of the bridge paralyzes the legs of others. The dredge give chase, crossing onto the bridge without hesitation. Charge into the dredge, ask Varl to carry those struggling. Shout at Aemon to drop to the back part of the bridge. It's not easy to mouth the words. There are just too many dredge. While Ivan seems unresponsive, Juno nods. You watch as the floating stones nearest the land tremble and drop back into the chasm, taking all standing there with them. The sight is terrifying, but you turn and urge the others to keep moving forward. Oh dang! Jeez. It's amazing! How epic is that? That is so cool. Everyone says, I like how you stream Lotro, always on days I'm off. Then I finally get off and you play Banner's Saga. It working instead of off in that first part. Everyone, welcome to the chat, nice to have you here. Haven is growing visibly weaker. Meanwhile, many in the caravan are stunned by witnessing family members falling to their deaths. The effect is spreading. Run to the back and push the people forward. Your footing is precarious as you reach the collapsing rear of the bridge. You physically push men, women, and children forward. Others follow your lead. It doesn't keep everyone from falling, but it helps. Morale improved. Jeez. Oh my gosh. This This is insane. The stones behind the caravan are falling faster than the rising ones in front. The rear clansmen are pushing forward in a panic. BERSERK shouts, "Knock some of those people over the edge before we all go down." People gasp and flee from him. "We're carrying too much," Ivar says. "We've got to get rid of something before that Mender drops us all into the depths." You look around and see only people, food, and the massive cart the ravens are hauling. Only 2 of those are an option. BERSERK, throw that cart over the edge. Before the Varl can respond, Juno says, "Absolutely not." Her distraction affects Eyvind, who falls into a knee. The entire bridge shakes, and stones fall away around you. Clansmen scream as they fall to their deaths. Juno scrambles back to Eyvind's side, and the shaking stops. BERSERK snorts. "Should have left those people back on the other side. At least they could have died fighting." The caravan continues forward in a fog of fear and worry. Jeez. Whose idea was this again? We're just now going back up. My gosh. Just a bit further, Eyvind. Wouldn't it have been easier to just move the whole thing forward? Oh my goodness. Eyvind's scream chills you as it echoes off the cliff, a mere 100 yards away. Again, the bridge shakes, but stays together. When Juno looks at you, her lips are trembling. "This is killing him," she says, "and I won't let it happen." Her tone is dark and cold. "This was your plan. And we've done what we can," Juno says. "But Eyvind is the key to many things. Choose between the rest of your food or the people at the rear." All of your objections vanish. You turn to see Rugga and others from Borsgard at the back of the caravan. Nod silently to approve the dropping rear of the caravan. The Valka returns to Eyvind's side, and soon screams erupt from behind you. You turn in time to see people falling away, and Rugga pulled to safety by one of his guards. As the rest of the caravan pushes forward in fear, the governor glances at you with suspicion. Oh, dang. We made it. We still got our food. I'm calling that a success. Jeez. Considering how horribly wrong that could have gone, success. Watch your step.
I believe we made it across that chasm. Now we find what's left of Ormsdalr. Once a great trade town at the fork of the Ormsa River. How many lives must have been lost here?
Looks like a few buildings might have made it. Whatever caused that chasm completely destroyed this place. Dang. From the massive Varl to the youngest human children, everyone is sapped from crossing the chasm. Tents are loosely strung up, and gear is thrown on the ground as everyone falls asleep. You manage to post a few guards out of habit, before sinking down against a crate, wrapping your cloak around you, and closing your eyes. Your chest aches, as if from a wasp sting. Feeling around for the cause of it, you look down between your leathery gray fingers running over a red stone breastplate. Gasping, you open your eyes to find your cloak still wrapped around you. No stone armor underneath. The caravan is still asleep, snoring more prevalent than usual. You're able to drift off for a bit more rest before facing the tasks of the new day. Dang. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we got some injured. But we got 35 renown and we still got all our food. Consider that a win. 30 days of supplies left? Yes, please. This game makes you make a lot of tough decisions. But, I mean, look at this world, for example. People just lost everything. Let's go to the ruins. You make your way across the broken bones of the former trade town, curious as to what's inside this building, which is still somewhat intact. The structure groans as you enter, and you hear yourself whispering, "This isn't worth it." After a quick survey of the room, only two things stand out. A stone with the strange etchings resting on the broken mantle, and footprints in the dust near a small door in the wall. A gust of wind blows up from the chasm, and the whole building creaks. "I know you're there, I'm here to help." The small door creaks open, and a child looks at you. "Come here," you say. "This place isn't safe." Her red hair catches the light. "Alette," you shout. "I can save you!" You reach for the child, who is terrified by your appearance and words. She slams the door, closed, and the building shudders. Wooden planks around you snap, and you barely have time to flee before a large section of the structure crumbles off the cliff. You sit in the dirt staring, emotions knotted in your throat. Jeez. Never happiness in this game, it seems. It's just always sadness beating you over. Yeah, let's rest. Man. Ivor stands stoically by Avon's pallet, watching the menders breathing. It took a lot out of him. Out of everyone. No doubt. A lot of families lost members out there. So why even follow me? I get people killed. I'm not doing this again. If you can't see the numbers of people out there still alive because of you, nothing I say will change it. With nothing to say, you look down at the resting mender. The spell weaving took a toll on him. He looks as bad as me. Before Ivor can respond, Oddleif abruptly enters the room. Good, you're here. It's the Ravens. They're trying to leave, and some of our people want to go with them. Ivor, think we can stop them? Maybe, but then what? Do you plan on tying up all the ravens and dragging them to Aberang? Besides, Volvrik's a rabid dog, best kept away from clansmen. But the ravens have been hoarding supplies this whole time, and they're trying to take off with them.
Now stand down, or you'll be missing more than your horns. Stand down, you son of a yacht!
What the?
Jeez. can't calm him, his fury. Here they are, just as I said. Bolverk's lost his mind. Are we really doing this? Here we go. This will get his attention. Oh, jeez. What have you done? It worked. Bolverk, hear me. Well, that was anticlimactic. The clansmen chatter as Juno converses with a dazed Bolverk quietly. Hakon grabs your attention. Get ready for a confusing conversation. He motions to Yrsa, one of Prince Ludin's bodyguards, who is wiping her pitch-covered hand with a rag on her way over to you. Good timing, witch. How is it you're still alive? Tisk tisk, Hakon. Me being a witch was our secret. I'd hate to have to poison you. Whoever this woman is, she's just completely stunned to Varl within moments of each other. How'd you know your fire would stop Bolverk? Water usually beats fire, she says before leaning towards you to whisper. Fire usually beats Varl. I can still hear you. Shouldn't you be guarding your prince and telling him where you've been? You watch as she departs and finds Prince Ludin among the loitering clansmen. Strange, that one. Stranger than Bolverk being as tough as a dang sunder. I should have mentioned he's a berserk. Probably the last of his kind, after Irontoft. The Varl King laughs at your blank look. Berserks lose themselves in the fight. They're as strong as cold bears, and just as wild. Hard to say if they're friend or foe in a fight. So a Minder magics us over a chasm, and you two decide to kill each other? I wasn't going to let him take our supplies without a fight. Caught him trying to take off with supplies he'd tucked away. Couldn't let it happen. A cool anger glistens in Hakon's eyes when he looks at Bolverk. Why does he want to leave? Says you've been bad luck ever since arriving at Borsgard. I can't blame him for that. The two of you actually laugh for a moment. I'd bet his main reason for leaving is just to be in charge again. Run jobs and keep his ravens in line. Like most of us, he's looking for something normal to grab onto. Whatever his reason, I hate that some of ours are going with him. We've done what we can for them. Be generous and split your supplies with the ravens. Offer them enough supplies to last a few days. We've got a lot of mouths to feed. The ravens can make do with a couple days' food and live off the land afterwards. That sounds about right. You've got a better head than me for these things. Now let's see what we can find in what's left of this place. Chapter 9. Cast the home into the air? What did that say? Home into the air? Oh, dang, now we're gonna switch sides? We should have given him more food. We should have given him more food. You glare at the clansmen and Varls settled among the ruins of Ormsdalar, and feel the rumbling growl in your chest. Everyone will be ready to leave as soon as you start walking north. I won't fall for that stupid fire trick again. Folk ignores your comment. The new members from the other caravan will probably need a beating or two. Think it was stupid of me to challenge Hakon? Not really my place to say. Since when has that stopped you? The shield maiden grins. We could have at least waited to hear their plans first, then decided. You play it too safe? Their plans almost took us over a Fane waterfall. I decided we'll find work in Bindal. Their plans almost took us over a waterfall. That waterfall surprised us all, of course. It'll be nice to be on our own again. We make it to Bindal, get a job, and things get back to normal. We always survive. And what about all those dredge? If they make it across that chasm, it'll be war. War's always been good for business. Volka smirks, but her face hardens as Juno approaches. Bolverk, could I have a word with you? Haven't you said enough? I'll hear her. Volka's right, we're done talking. What's keeping me from getting you right here? They seem to have some type of thing they're talking about in secret, so we're gonna talk. Well, I won't. I'll finish the packing. The two of you watch Volka stomp off, but not too far. She's protective of you. Get on with it. I know your ravens need work. Without work and coin, that banner of yours is worthless. You step towards her, towering above the tall Volka, though she stands resolute. In Borsgard, we made an arrangement for you to protect this large cart until we were away from the dredge threat. They're across that dang chasm. That job is done. Agreed. But the cart you've been hauling has become too troublesome. It needs to be sunk in the deepest waters around. You grunt in disgust. Volka secrets. You would turn down the Minder Council's coin. What's in the cart? If you need to know, I would have told you. Suffice it to say, you have a Volka's oath for a great deal of coin once you have sunk that cart. The Blue River northwest of Bindal is my suggestion. And if I just leave it in the woods somewhere? I will know, as will the other Volka. Besides, the ravens always finish their jobs. That reputation means everything to you. You growl, but she's right. Fine. The Raven's oath. It'll be done. Juno nods and walks away. Volka watches her leave and returns to your side. Now what? Now we have a job. Oh, dang. Well, I think this is a good place to stop. I still can't believe we went across a chasm on a floating bridge. Like, that was epic. Let's see where it would load. Day 22. which would be right now. Alright, so I think we're in a good spot. We got great morale. Things are going great. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching the Banner Saga 2. When we return, we'll be going with this sellsword, I guess, off throughout the rest of the map. Speaking of which, let's take a look real quick. So we're near where we need to go. We're going to go up to Bindal, though. So I'm guessing we're going to go up here and then come back around to Arborang at some point. And Rook and everybody's probably just going to go along the main road to Arborang. What is that? Is that a crocodile getting hit by a axe with a dice? That's interesting. Alright. Well, anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like down below if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, be sure to hit that follow button. But, of course, we won't be returning to the Banner Saga until next time. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for more of the Banner Saga. Take care, everybody. Have a